What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots Wires. Within these pitches, this is episode 15 to Rise to Honor playthrough as far as these first games. So within the aspects for saying, definitely have some nearby standby type pitches like some cheesy kind of Domino's pizza within aspects like that. It's going to be a long, lengthy night within these pitches. The product, this is episode 15. I realize we're probably about 2 hours deep into this playthrough as far as this pitch can have, maybe even 3 hours pitch like that. But the phrase for saying, still going to be another 3 or 4 more episodes before getting to like particularly where part 10 of this particular game playthrough left off with the newer type shit within pitch first and some of those type products. I remember from last what I remember within pitch of like the most recent type fray, there was like some outdoor type ness getting ready to have like the GAT type product within pitch of shooting out in the streets versus first game. But before that, the last boss fight I remember was the pitch of like a particular fella that was trying to drown you in the pool. You had to have like a certain kind of counter attack to be able to drown him. Pitch like that, pretty memorable within those pitches, but it's kind of bright as far as saying the conduct. We're pretty much getting pretty close to that. There's probably at least one more boss fight before that one. There's one of which within these pitches, it seems like the catch-up type fray has happened a lot more suddenly within the pitch than how it took between 2021 and 2024 within these pitches. So it should be the conduct probably within these next several months. I'm going to get to a series more of these, but probably within this particular episode, the playthrough with these pitches that has the boss fight, that has the counterattack type fella that took me a good spell back in like the early 2020s pitch. That's where I handle him pretty easily. It's just the product, just making sure to remember like the controls within those pitches for those aspects and habits. The pitch for saying this for y'all with these pitches, the viewers and pitch like that is a surprise for saying just active type conduct and just getting cozy with like particular pitch like some spicy popcorn kind of pizza, put some jalapeno sauce on it. Put some hot sauce on some of that ish as far as the first kind of good pitch amongst it. Just get to some of these mixtape type frays. So within pitch, for folks who find this particular video pitch like that within fray, like the YouTube catalog, or like the algorithm pitch like that, it's a phrase for saying I do actively have like a music review channel where I go. That's the reason why these updates don't happen as much, because I routinely update like the music channel with an active type pitch like some phrases. It's kind of like some bonus type fares here as far as these pitch, just kind of on the side type shit as far as these phrases kind of within like the pitch of further type content within the pitch, like the same mold like the music every day is within those pitches. So it's kind of conduct. At the end of this particular episode, there's a series of mixtapes that are just some good vividness from the product of this. If you know, you know. And like some the more you know type territory pitch like that, one of which has to do with Deuce from Hollywood Undead, good nice fellow within those pitches. Kind of product just after hours type contact. After hours type content, definitely within pitch for us saying some of these type products in the pitch, scooping up some of these type phrases. Now back in like the late 2010s, early 2020s, some of those type pitches was a little bit easier to come across, like the pitch of Call Me Big Deuce, the mixtape. But between Deuce's kind of product of being kind of more elusive and pitch like that, and then some of these type phrases like mixtape type air kind of dissipating, it's kind of product that there were some free Deuce type songs. It's probably within pitch of like the likelihood, but nowadays it's kind of the content that folks kind of hacked into Deuce's YouTube and iTunes page, some of those type pitch amongst the aspect, and Spotify within pitch where you have to kind of purchase like Call Me Big Deuce nowadays, and I question if the money even goes back to him within those pitch. But as far as saying that the songs come with the pitch that are off of Call Me Big Deuce are pretty hitting. Same sort of pitch. The Millionaires dropped a mixtape, very uncommon within pitch like that for folks. Probably I do question the number of folks who would be finding like game type playthroughs who know about the Millionaires nowadays. They were a product of the 2000s, way back 17, 18, 19 years ago, pitch like that. So the phrase bar is saying that's even more rare within those pitches, kind of have the conduct, the leftover type phrase from remembering like the MySpace type days and like the Vans Warp type days and those type pitches like that. But the phrase Millionaires, definite hotties, pitch like that. Some stuff products gonna get to us. They did drop a free mixtape which has some content like Boss Bitch and like there's a song with Krayshawn that's really good. I forget the name of that particular one, but good song with Krayshawn, good song with Trina off there as well. Some of the pitches, just some of those type ones pitches like that. The prize for us and with the hitting type aspects for us. I think the song with Trina is particular scissors, but yeah, the pitch for us and some of those type contents for us pitch can have some of those type phrases. And a Killer Mike mixtape also within those pitches. Killer Mike has some good nice ones, one of which was with 3-6 Mafia off that particular mixtape. Get 'em, Shotty's real nice. That's what that is, real nice type one, nice dredgy type one within the product, like some of these chigger type music type phrases you should be listening to. It's kind of product, just some of these type pitches, the aspect, the content as to what should go along here when you pay attention, like the music channel that I have, just with the pitch, not the but the pitch for saying some of those type products, just the active Taco Bell type runs and pitch of just getting like some burritos at. Now nowadays, that's the unfortunate aspects for us saying that the fashion behind like the burrito type fare with Taco Bell is kind of pitch. I think in certain type senses, if you live in like Los Angeles or like Denver, Colorado, or like particular aspects, Detroit, Michigan, some of these larger type places, it might be the aspect that some of these type places might have some late shift type open in the AM. It's really become a pretty rescinded type territory. That's very unfortunate. I just continue to like vouch and like virtue signal for like the product that talking about some of these type phrases as far as actively having like these hours come from the product. It's just very pussy, very kind of namby-pamby with these products, very baby dumb within the pitch bar, saying within the product that talking about within the product, just not having the awake time. It's not recognized in the product if you do actively have a job, but some of these type phrases just to kind of just feels very a lot of buffoonery going to bed when you're a 30-year-old man or like a 25-year-old man at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock p.m. for whatever reason. Even if you have to be at work, it just feels very whipping boy-esque in the pitch as far as saying your job expects you to be awake at 6 o'clock in the morning every single day just for minimum wage. So it's kind of pitch, but it's this kind of product I look after, but it's just the products for some of these stuff fairs. Video games very much in the art of needing saving with these pitches. This kind of product I realize I'm afraid that this channel does not update oftenly enough in the pit. It's not still like that with the pitch for saying it's just the product just realizing the dismantles for this phrase. Everything's kind of become very tribe-like within the pitch for saying there's just probably like a trillion videos on YouTube pitch like this. So it's just kind of fair if you find a good series of these through the algorithm or otherwise pitch like that, what have you, is the pitch for us in some of these type products for us just getting towards some of these type fairs in the pitch as far as just you watch like a series of these, but you have to understand if you see this particular video, it's not it's just the main mantra about some of these phrases is not to hold your breath in these pitch for us. I mean they come out, this kind of pitch as far as saying the product kind of amongst it is this channel is a DOA type channel within pitch. It's not going anywhere with these pitches. It's been 5 years I've been updating this channel. It's not to say within those products are just being negative and just like Debbie down with the pit. It's just the product of then these sprays, I don't really expect this channel to go anywhere. It's just pretty much free base at this particular stage. So it's just kind of me doing this at my leisure as far as especially I'm with the pitch for saying there is going to be a hearty amount of content, at least up to this point. For folks who watched this channel back in 2022, 2023, yeah, there were probably only like 12 or 19 videos to choose from, some of those pitches. But there is like 130 probably within these pitches. Probably by the end of this year, it'll be like 145, 150, something like that. So it's kind of the product I update these. And it's kind of with the aspect that it's thinking outside the box. On top of that, just a pitch. It's not like I can only update one video at a time, one day at a time. So pitch. There might be a day or two or so in there where you might get 2 videos within a day or something. The pitches, or 5 videos within like the span of about 10 or 12 days on the pitch, and then not have any for like a good 3 weeks or more pitch like that. But this kind of for 2 months, something like that with the pitches. It's kind of free based on these fairs, but it's this kind of product. Just expect the unexpected. Just better way of putting a pitch like that is kind of phrase for us saying pitch like that. With the content, there is enough phrase amongst it here. Probably a couple more of these episodes, like part 16 to this is going to be the rest of the gameplay type segment where we get past the boss within these phrase for us, these pitch comes, the aspects for us saying. Me talking about some of those type contents within the pitch as far as just getting towards this, the pitch as far as is catching up with these prices. I'm glad this new memory card that I purchased back in 2025 works with these pitches. I think it was 2025 pitch like this. The phrase for us saying there is a new game that's coming out as along with it as well. It's not really a new as much pull button type game, but the pitch for us saying talking about the factoid that Grand Theft Auto 6 is kind of on the product. I felt like kind of the fray of just doing like some extracurricular typeness, like a throwback to some of those type pitches. So some of that type content pitch like that. Stay tuned for some of these type players and pitch like that. Part 16 or so should be on the way. Yeah, it's a quality deuce mixtape, easy pitch like that. Easily probably 10 out of 10 plenty of gems off there. Same thing with the Millionaires pitch like that. Hitting type ones. It's some real good crunk core and aspects like that. MySpace type classic pitch like that. The Killer Mike type 1. Classic 2000s in the vein of Outcast and the pitch is plenty of good gems pitch like that. But hitting type phrase, stay tuned for more of these type ones.